So when managers find themselves in a position where they have to manage constraints to produce all of the inventory that's in demand, what can they do? Well, there's several options. They can have employees work overtime if the constraint is skilled labor or a machine operator for a specific machine. They can hire subcontractors. They can shift and train workers to processes that are bottlenecks, that is, things that are holding up the production process. They can invest in additional equipment, and they can make process improvements that might help them manage that constraint. Maybe the layout of their production process is causing a time issue. So these are the things they can consider doing. To demonstrate, we'll assume Slim's Pen Company from the prior page is only scheduling production for one 8-hour shift. If management allows the machine operator to work additional time, the machine will be available for more hours and will increase the amount of time the bottleneck machine can run. Management is considering paying an overtime premium. Overtime pay is 150% of regular pay. The employee is normally paid $10 per hour. Is this a good option? To determine this, we will need to recall from the prior example that we had two models, the standard model of pen and the deluxe model of pen, and we found that the standard model had a contribution margin per machine hour of $20, and the deluxe model had a contribution margin per machine hour of $16. Since the standard model was the most profitable, we had already met demand of the standard model. Now this is important because you now recognize that if you can loosen up that constraint, you would use the hours to produce not the most profitable product, but the product that you've not met demand for yet. That would be the deluxe model. All right, so the company will profit if the overtime premium paid to this employee is greater than $16 per hour. That's how you need to think about it when you have a constraint, is that if the extra income you can bring in exceeds the extra cost, then it will be a profitable venture. We need to calculate the overtime rate, and we were told that it's 150% of the regular pay rate, so that's $15 per hour. The original pay rate was $10 per hour, but realize that that was already considered in the contribution margin calculation. When they computed that the variable cost of production was a given amount, it included an amount for direct labor. So the premium is just the $5 extra that you're paying to this employee. So if we use the overtime to produce deluxe units, we will get an extra $16 per hour. That was the contribution margin per machine hour. And we'll pay an extra $5 for the overtime premium. That means that our profit will be $11 per hour. For every hour we let the employee work extra, they make an extra $5 in premium, and we make an extra $11. Now I'll leave you with this. When you think about constraints, I like this quote, "The imagination is unleashed by constraints. You break out of the box by stepping into shackles." So that's from the book, Imagine How Creativity Works. But just thought it was kind of fun to think about that in terms of constraints. I know we've all found ourselves in those situations.